Hi everyone, Steve here with a video for you from teachersretirementhelp.com. You can find me at that site. You can find me on Twitter at teachershelp01 or on Facebook at Teachers Retirement Help. Today I've got a real quick, just a couple minute long video for you that will go over the tax deductions that are available for teachers to take. This will be worth watching till the end because these are all potential valuable deductions for you. And you could save hundreds to even thousands of dollars a year on your tax bill, starting with this year. So let's start. The first tax deduction a teacher can take is a small one. It maxes out at $250 a year. It's the Educator Expense deduction. And this is for money that you spend in your classroom. Books, craft supplies, supplementary materials, DVDs relevant to the curriculum, etc., things like that. And if you're married to another teacher, the two of you can jointly take a total deduction up to $500. And so, like I said, it's a small deduction, but it's a good one because it's taken on what's called the Form 1040. And what that means in English is that no matter whether you're taking the standard deduction or itemized deductions on your taxes, you can take this deduction for educator expenses, assuming that you had classroom expenses and you claim them as tax deductions. You can also take tax deductions for professional fees and dues. Those expenses are all tax deductible as well. However, these deductions can only be taken if you itemize your deductions on Schedule A. If you're taking the standardized deduction, you're not allowed to take these, even if you have the expense. You can also include expenses such as job-related travel. So this would include expenses while traveling to, attending, and traveling from a teacher's convention. Unfortunately, it does not mean travel in between your house and school. But you can also deduct the expense of continuing education. And this deduction falls under the Lifetime Learning Credit on Form 8863. Teachers are often required to take courses to stay up to date in their field, or will take continuing education classes to earn higher designations. This credit is for 20% of the cost of courses taken, limited to $2,000 a year. And then this one applies for everyone, not just teachers. But I bring it up here because it also includes donations to your school. And donations can include purchasing books for the library or equipment for the classroom, or giving a monetary gift to the school to help fund a project your school is hoping to complete. Donations are a tax write-off on Schedule A. And the last one is that if you do some tutoring outside of your regular teaching, if you're paid directly by the student or their family rather than by your school, you're considered self-employed in this respect. You can deduct the cost of travel to meet with a student, expenses for equipment or supplies, and any fees that may be incurred in this process. These deductions are made on Schedule C, which is the self-employment section, and you will also be able to take half of the self-employment tax as a deduction on Form 1040. These all might not be huge tax savings individually, but you might find that if you string a couple of them together, you'll have several hundred to several $1,000s a year on your hands instead of being in Uncle Sam's pockets. So that's all for the tax deductions. I gave you a couple really good ones that you may not have been using or you may not have been utilizing to their full extent. The one piece of advice that I would give you though is you have to keep records of your expenses, keep the receipts, keep them all in one place so that way when it comes time to do your taxes, everything's there for you, it's easy, you don't have to scramble around and you don't lose anything. You just have a folder or a drawer or a file for all of your important financial documents, including things that are pertinent to your taxes and these deductions. So that's it for this video, but I definitely want you to take a look at the links in the description. The one on the bottom just takes you to teachersretirementhelp.com, which is my website, and you can go there for a lot more articles and videos to help you get the most out of your money. But the one on top is the one that I really want to mention briefly. It's hard to get excited about a lot of the topics that I talk about. Like, for example, this is a prime one with taxes. It's kind of blah. But that top link is for a free webinar I put on for teachers a few times a week. It's called The Best Retirement Plan for Teachers. And I think it's an absolute must-see for all teachers, whether or not you're already saving in a 403b or some other type of retirement plan outside of your pension. Unfortunately, about 80% of teachers are not in the best plan that they could be in, and it costs them tens of thousands of dollars at retirement. So the webinar is about half an hour long. I think it's a must-see for all teachers to either confirm that you're in the right plan or to know which plan is the best one for the day that you decide to save more outside of your pension. taking half an hour to gain potentially tens of thousands of dollars, it's hard for me to imagine there being a better use of that short amount of time. And it gets me really excited because I love being able to help teachers, and I like hearing the comments back afterwards because so far I've only heard rave reviews. So I highly recommend you sign up for an upcoming webinar. And then at the end, the really boring disclaimer. Thank you everybody for watching. I will be posting more videos soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And definitely sign up for that webinar. You will not regret spending a little bit of time on that free webinar. Otherwise, I guarantee 100% your money back. Alright, thanks guys. Until next time, this has been Steve with teachersretirementhelp.com.